Hey there, and welcome to the Hey Kayla podcast. I'm your host, Kayla Evans, and today I want to talk about being a creative because the great thing about being a creative is you can literally create whatever you want whenever you want. Your ideas are boundless. Your spark is endless. Your mind, your creativity, your passion can fuel you forever. The not so great thing about being wildly creative and passionate is that you can have a lot of ideas and you can want to create a million things all at once and sometimes get overwhelmed about where you should start or sometimes what you should finish. Sometimes, endless possibilities mean too many ideas, too many directions, too many projects calling your name. And when this happens, I love to default to having a personal manifesto or a mission statement. A lot of people in the personal development space call this your North Star. It's your soul's purpose. I refer to it a lot as your soul's purpose. It's what you came here to do. It's what lights you up the most, and it's what you can use to guide your projects, whether professionally or personally. I use my soul's purpose to guide myself in all of my decisions in my life. Sometimes down to what outfit I'm wearing, what events I'm going to say yes to, what clients I'm going to be working with, where I live, the places I go. And this can be such a valuable and important tool for helping you make decisions because when you have a point of reference that you are always looking at, it makes it a lot easier to say yes or no to certain things. It's a lot easier to make decisions. And it's a lot easier to move in the direction you want to move in. And I found this to be especially true for those of us who are kind, loving, giving, generous individuals who sometimes will say yes to everything because we want to help everyone. We want to be of service. We don't want to turn somebody away, especially when we have the tools or the resources to help them, but we just may not have the time. And what I mean by that is, A, your schedule may already just be jam-packed with things, or B, you say yes to things that maybe aren't serving your soul's purpose just because, again, you're a lovely human being. But when you say yes to something that's not in alignment with what you're doing or who you are, you're saying no to working on or creating or doing something that does. And for me, that was something that can really start to pull me off track. It's done this at times throughout my business, saying yes to everybody because I could. I could help them and I wanted to help them. But the reality was at the end of the day, I was saying no to clients who really did need me. I was saying no to opportunities that would have gotten me more in the direction I want to go in. And at the end of the day, I wasn't the only person who could have said yes to these people. Right? Like if somebody comes to me with an opportunity, I can say yes, absolutely. But if I say no, it's not like they won't find another MC, right? It's not like they won't find another coach. With the internet, you can connect to anybody all over the world. It's one of the coolest things about the internet. You have choices. And that was something that really, really freed me. This fact that I'm not the only person walking around who can help them. And if I say no to somebody, it gives another speaker, another coach, another person the opportunity to say yes and have this experience and grow in the way that they want to. And maybe it will be way more aligned with what they are trying to do. So, all of that to say, on the podcast today, I want to take you through creating your very own personal or professional manifesto or mission statement to help guide you in your life, in your work, in your soul's purpose. Not only to keep you on track with what you desire most, but also give yourself that clarity so it relieves some of the stress of decision making. Relief and liberation were some of the biggest things that came from having my manifesto and sticking to it. And I want you to have that relief and that liberation as well. And the joy of working on things that 1,000% light you up from the inside out and all around. Okay, let's get into this. So this is your permission slip to celebrate you, your voice, your values, your magic. A personal manifesto is like a declaration of who you are and what you stand for, right? It's a reminder of your power. So I want you to grab a pen and paper, pause me, come back to this episode when you are free to write. And I want you to take 10, 15 minutes to brainstorm on these questions. What makes you unique? What are your core values? And what impact do you want to make? So for example, with me and my soul's purpose, what makes me unique is that I blend speaking and confidence coaching with spirituality and intuition. right? I reject that whole rigid, high pressure self-improvement model, the hustle hard, perfectionist mentality. Instead, I'm here to make growth feel fun and freeing and personal without forcing you into my version of success or somebody else's version of success. Another thing that makes me unique, I have 20 years of experience, but I still keep it fresh, right? I don't just coach. I stay in the circuit. I'm speaking, I'm hosting, I'm emceeing, and I take what works. I take what works and put my own playful, spiritual, unconventional spin on it. So again, I want you to take some time and think of what makes you unique. All right, next question. What are your core values? For me, it's really simple. I have them right here at my desk on a Post-it note. First one, expression without perfection. I want to encourage you to show up as your favorite version of yourself without overthinking that you have to be some way. So that's my first one, expression without perfection. My second one here on the Post-it, growth should feel good. I love the idea that self-improvement doesn't have to be hard or rigid or so freaking serious. A core value of mine is making it feel fun and expansive and personal. And then the third one here on my list is rebellion against the shoulds. I severely dislike those pressure-filled ideas and rules and blueprints for success. Instead, I believe in freedom and choice and doing things on your own term, that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. So give it some time and come up with what are your core values. And then the last question in that list, what impact do you want to make? And I'll give you my list as another example. I want people to show up boldly and speak with confidence and trust themselves fully, whether it's a coach finding their voice online or an entrepreneur pitching their vision or a creative sharing their work. I want them to do it with zero second guessing themselves because at the end of the day, I believe that this creates a ripple effect where more creatives and coaches and entrepreneurs share their magic without watering it down, without hesitating, without overthinking, and they go out there and help their people who can then in turn go out and help their people and so on, right? It's that ripple effect. And then that world starts to become a better place as we all share our gifts and empower one another. As cheesy as that sounds, that's what I feel. So those questions again, what makes you unique? What are your core values and what impact do you want to make? And once you journal those answers down, and don't worry about getting it perfect. I don't believe there's a such thing. These things are going to change as you grow and expand as a human, right? It's just important to get started and then go from there. Once you have your notes, once you have this done, take a highlighter, my all-time fave office supply, if you know, you know, and I want you to highlight the sentences or phrases that jump off the pages at you. Like when you read your notes, what makes you feel excited or happy or hopeful when you read them? And then once you have your fave phrases highlighted, you can start to piece them together into that mission statement. And here I want you to use bold, really powerful language. No playing small, none. I want you to own it. This is your truth on paper. And you can start those statements a couple ways. You can start with, I'm a coach who insert your unique magic. I believe in insert your core values. Or I am here to insert the impact you want to make. Try a few different versions, mix and match those sentences and read them out loud. This is so important, not just in your head, but I want you to read them out loud. Say it like you mean it and feel it in your bones, because the one that makes you feel the best in your body, that's the one to go with. And again, remember, this statement is going to grow and evolve as you do. None of us stay the exact same forever. And from there, you can write your statement, again, sticky note on your desk. That's where I've got mine. You can write it at the top of your journal before your entry every day. You can make one of those cute phone wallpapers in Canva. That's one of my favorite things to do with mantras or affirmations or mission statements. I just want you to keep it where you're going to see it daily because, again, it's your soul's purpose. It's your guiding light. It's your North Star. And confidence is built through repetition. So the more you see it, the more confident you're going to be in your calling. And if you want to be even bolder or go even bigger, you can always share it with a friend, or your biz bestie who sees your greatness and you can trade it with each other. And I'll share mine with you here because we're friends. And yes, it is on a sticky note right here by my laptop. My mission statement for right now, and again, it has evolved a million times, but as of right now, my mission statement: I help creatives and coaches break free from the pressure to be better and start being their favorite versions of themselves, freely, fully, and on their own terms. That's it. Short, sweet, and it encompasses everything I want to do, right? I want to help creative people, coaches. I want to help you break free from that pressure that you're feeling to be the best or to be perfect or to live up to somebody else's ideal, right? And I want you to believe in yourself and start becoming your favorite version of you. I want you to feel free and I want you to show up fully and I want you to do business and life on your own terms because I think that's what it's all about. So there you go. And I do want to include a little bonus tip here, because it can be really hard at first to see how special you are. I always love that saying, like a butterfly can't see its own wings. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So if you are struggling to see what makes you unique or different or brilliant, I want you to think about what people always come to you for advice on, or even ask a friend or client what they love about working with you, what they love about you, or look at the life experiences that have shaped you, right? Your life story holds your magic, like it's right there. Think about what lights you up. Passion is a huge clue to your uniqueness. So give it some thought. And when it comes to answering these big questions from before, again, what makes you unique? What are your core values? What impact do you want to make? I also just want you to remember that you don't have to be the loudest. You don't have to be the most experienced. You don't have to be the flashiest one out there to be unique or powerful. This is about mining what makes you you. And you just have to be you. Fully, truly you. Okay, that's it for today. Please share this episode with anyone else you think may benefit from doing this exercise. It's a great one. Please promise me you're going to do it. You're going to love it. And also please reach out if you have any questions. I'm at info@heykayla.com. You can also DM me on Insta. I'm there at heykayla. And I hope you have the best week.